At the 9 o'clock hour on SmackDown, here came Solo and the Bloodline. And this was genius what they did here, because you will recall that when they won the tag team titles, it was supposed to be Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, but Tonga Loa had got he'd been playing with his BB gun. I guess he put his eye out or whatever. It had an eye patch on, right? So they substituted Jacob Fatu so Jacob Fatu could beat up the baby faces and win the tag team title pretty much all by himself. And now they came out and Solo says, Jacob, give Tonga Loa the tag team title belt. And he does. I love you, my tribal chief. Because now he says you can't be one of the tag team champions if you're going to be my personal enforcer. So now they featured him beating up the champions and winning the belts, and then he doesn't have to sell to any of these mid-card tag teams or potentially be on the losing side. So I thought that was a stroke of genius. And otherwise, as soon as Solo talks, they chant, we want Roman. We want Roman. He has more heat. He has more heat like, fuck you, you're a heel, we don't like you. Then when Roman said, acknowledge me, a lot of them booed and they roared and there was even a bigger response, but a lot of them were cheering and you saw the number one, the fingers that would go up. But now they view Solo as the pretender to the throne and Roman's over as the big baby face. And so Solo's got more heel heat than Roman had at the end there. And Roman is automatically Cody level here. They're 1 and 2 neck and neck. And, you know, I mean, and most of these guys are new. Except for Roman, they're all fucking new. And they've gotten them over. I don't know, I'm droning on. Before the segment goes to shit, what did you think?
You know, it was interesting. It was interesting hearing the audience reaction to Jacob Fatu standing there and having the tag title taken from him. And then you see Jacob Fatu's role, which is really to kind of minimize what he's going to do in the ring until it's needed, it seems. I'm all for doing more with Tonga Loa. I'm all for having him in every match. He's hysterical. He's one of my favorite guys in the business. And, you know, it's effective stuff. It plays into everything later on. You know, you still just don't know where everything's going to go. You don't know when Heyman's going to come back. You don't know when other people are going to be added to this, when the Usos are going to get added to this. Because Solo's their brother. That's how Roman and them can heal up. But we'll see. I thought this was good, though. And I've had people send me, I guess we'll talk about the match a little later. Apparently, Jacob Fatu stood at ringside the entire time with his hands in the prayer position.
Yes.
And didn't break like the entire match.
Well, see, that he steals the show by standing in the ring because he's so much more intense than the others, and he looks so much wilder than the gold fucking teeth guy. He looks like fucking Jaws, Richard Kiel, and James Bond. And he looks like he can snap at any minute, whereas the other ones, as I mentioned before Jacob came in, they just seem like they're a little too clean. So you're drawn to, he has a charisma, he has magnetism, you're drawn to keep an eye on him, and he commits to what he's fucking doing, right?